Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, I'm looking at another small fighter, but this one is slightly different from the ones I've showcased in the past, for this is a dual cockpit setup that features rocket launchers face straight down to blast your enemies with. So this thing that I'm currently driving is called the Firestorm Light Bomber, which is this lovely thing over here, which features some of the Prototech thrusters to boost it around. But as you can see up here, what we've got are 4 rocket launchers that face straight down. Then we come all the way down below it, what we're going to have is another flash cockpit that faces straight down with an assist camera right there. So as you can see there, co-pilot can precisely aim your rocket launchers as you were to zoom over the target. Yes, I'll take a look at that a bit later on, but all the way up to here, I'll press F10 and go through the spawn menu. But first of all, the Skybox, it will be linked to its description below. It's a very fancy one for Warhammer 40k, where as you can see, if you look all the way around it, it's a lot of very, I like to say spicy, but also very spooky stuff. You see a lot of stuff that very much resembles creatures. You can see eyeballs staring at you. And somewhere in the distance, I saw it earlier, something absolutely fantastic to look at. If I can see it, I might not be able to. I think it was sort of in this direction. There it is. Yes, you've got this weird little mouth thing right there. And of course, you've got mouth over there. Lots of tentacles everywhere. It's just a very colourful one with a lot of stuff going on with it. But yes, I'll be linked to its description below. But back over to the Firestorm, pressing F10, finding the spawn menu. The Firestorm is, there it is right there, 469 small blocks using a couple of the DLC packs. We see up to here that it does contain, like I said, 2 Prototech thrusters to boost their rounds. Then down there we've got some lore behind it. Then at the very bottom here, there is its specifications and of course the scripts used. So go give this thing a thumbs up, run towards the very front. And we'll look round outside, we're going to test it out. We'll try out the bombing system. Hopefully there'll be some space pirates. There should be some in the distance. There might not be. If not, we'll just slam it into an asteroid. So for the very front, the Firestorm Light Bomber, this is what we get. As you can see at the very front here, we got is a spotlight to light up the darkness with a camera right below there to help see what's going on and help precisely aim our gatling guns to blast your enemies with. We also got some neon tubes in the white and red colouring just for a bit of extra decoration. Then moving all the way up to here, here's one of 2 flash cockpits to drive it around and to utilise the rocket launchers sitting right behind it. Onto the side. There we are, so we see our hydrogen thrusters, which are one of the 2 types of thrusters that appear on the ship, with the other ones being Prototech thrusters. Yes, across the here, with my light turned on, we then got an angled floodlight right there. We see conveyors linking everything together. There's your rocket launchers to face straight down. Onto this part, small reactor to give it a bit of power, with another one up there. Of course, connected down there to dock it up. Then over this part, a hydrogen thruster, another gatling gun. Onto the side of this section, another angled floodlight, some more hydrogen thrusters, a red blinking light. There's a gyroscope. As we go towards the very back of this thing, here's your Prototech thruster, one of 2. So around like so. That's what we get for the very back of this thing. Moving all the way in between, we've got a bunch of batteries lined up on both sides with a rotor head on the front of them. And up to here we've got a radar dish that comes all the way across onto a blaster edge block. That then comes down to some more hydrogen thrusters to help boost you around. Then onto this part we then got 2 warning LCD screens seen right next to your connector. All the way down underneath this thing, like so. There we are, just moving the sunlight out of the way so it doesn't blind us. There we are. And yes, so we see our connector, we see our antenna at the back, we see our rocket launchers right here with our flash cockpits, then we've got a green light right there, and then we should have a blinking green light on the opposite side, that was the red one. And there we are with the blinking green one. Anyway, moving all the way up, looking down, moving the sunlight back around once again. There we go. So we see our cockpits, we see our rocket launchers, we see hydrogen tanks, we then see the compact gatling gun from the latest DLC pack just sitting on the back there. Over to this part, hydrogen tanks, batteries, hydrogen thrusters, Prototech thruster. Then getting a close look over here. And there we are with the outside. So yes, it does look fantastic with how it's all been set up. A lot of stuff is going on with it, and I do absolutely love Prototech thrusters, despite not actually properly using them in Safari mode, because I haven't successfully recovered them. Managed to recover the jump drive, managed to recover the gyroscopes, but never the thrusters. But anyway, grabbing hold of the character, now it's time to actually test this thing out. So going through the controls, in fact we'll leave that one for the moment. Down to here, getting to this cockpit, here we are, and this is all we can see. We've got a camera to help precisely aim the rocket launches. We've got number 2 for that light sitting right next to it, so you don't get blinded. Then of course number 1 is to take over the rocket launches, and then start to shoot them straight down. Looking at it like so, firing it once again. And there we are, so we just shoot all the way down at the planet. Of course it's going to blow up, so it's got a limited range. Anyway, hopping out of this one, coming to the main cockpit up here, here we go. And these are the controls we get. So we've got number 1 and number 2 for our cameras, we've got one at the very front, and the one right below it, aiming at the planet right there. We've got number 3 for our gatling guns to fire all 3 straight together. There we go. And then of course we've got rocket launchers once again to toggle them on and off, so we can, without a co-pilot, just fly over the targets and start blasting them like so. Anyway, number 5 and number 6 for your turret on top, turn it on and off, and then to take manual control over it. There we are. We've got number 7 for your batteries to auto recharge, and then got lights on the side to turn them on and off. We've got a radar dish back to turn that on and off as well. On to tab number 2, we've got our batteries to auto recharge, our O2 H2 generator on and off, hydrogen tanks to stockpile on and off, our Prototech thrusters on and off, so we can fly around using our hydrogen thrusters if that's what you want to do. Then number 5 is for your magnet placed below this to turn them on and off. There we are. On tab number 3 is the wave animation I added myself. Now time to actually fly this thing around to see how it handles, but first of all, what I've got to do is actually put on the thrusters. So I figured out what was wrong with the thrusters. It was simply a mod from a previous showcase that was interfering with them. It's the recolorable vanilla thruster mod, so moving around here and then get a spicy colour coming off them. But no, they're all working correctly. They are just simple vanilla thrusters that have their effect changed. But no, moving forwards, here we go. This is what we get. And as you expect from 2 Prototech thrusters assisted by 2 small hydrogen thrusters, we are bloody fast, which is jolly good stuff. Coming to a stop, well, actually not too bad. It's actually quite respectable, but we can always do a 180 to stop it a lot quicker. If that's what we want to do, you can use the force of the Prototech thrusters to help stop you in an emergency. Moving left, and we're getting some nice speed with that, although a little bit slower than moving forwards, a lot slower than moving forwards in fact. Moving down, there we go, then moving up, a lot better than left and right, and it feels a bit better than slowing down. Then as for gyroscope controls, moving this thing around, here we go, this is what we get. It's got a nice bit of control over this thing, there's a fair amount of weight on here, so it does drag around a little bit. Very odd for a small fighter, we tend to go for overly sensitive controls. But no, this thing is perfectly fine for being a bombing ship, because it's not actually going to go toe-to-toe with another fighter. But as for that, that's pretty much it for this ship, what it looks like, the controls, and how it handles. So now it's time to find some space pirates, they do spawn in this world, to actually test out the bombing system. And so here we are, I found myself some space pirates, a stationary one, which is going to be an absolute perfect target to come all the way above it, then shoot straight down. So here we come across, gotta be a bit careful because I'm not too sure if it's actually got guns on there, let's go check that right now. Yes it does, it's got a Gatling gun on top, which shouldn't be too much of an issue for me, as long as I stay out of their range. So bang like this, coming up to about 1,000, that should do quite nicely all the way across, being very careful again. And hopefully this will do quite nicely. They should have a 600 meter engagement range. So with this camera, and coming across once again, we're not quite there. But this should do quite nicely. With this camera, we should start to see them. There they are right there. Oh god, they're actually attacking me. Moving up slightly more. Hopefully I can get out of their range. No, we're just going to activate this. Keep moving forwards. And going all the way across. That is going to be a bad miss. Yes, it is. Let's go try this one more time. All the way across. And there we are, I'm going to have to do a drive-by, I feel. My aiming is completely off today. So going like this, all the way forwards, here we go. Going to drive all the way past them, straight down, ignoring all the shots coming towards me, doing a very close drive-by. Here we are from this camera view, all the way past. And there we are, we did damage them. Which is what this system is entirely designed for. They're going to the turrets now, engaging with them, and hopefully deal with that turret. Now I'm actually going to come into the turret and actually make sure it's going to be targeting the correct thing. There is turrets down to here. Make sure you target your weapons, there we go. And there we are, it's kind of a bad job, used a lot of rocket ammunition, but no, if you're actually playing sensibly and actually could line up the camera, your co-pilot could line up the camera properly, because this really feels like a two-man job, you could easily just bomb them with all the rocket launches. And because they aren't the reloadable rocket launches, you've got to be quite sparing of actually using all the shots. But anyway, here we go again, all the way across to it, going to line it up like so, going to go a bit careful now. There we go, into this camera, activating this, here we go one more time. And I believe they could have been fully disabled, so there they are. And there they are with another bombing run. Of course, that was an absolute terrible thing once again. All the way down. And wherever they have gone. Oop, came out of that once again. And there we go, turret versus turret. What are they going to do? Looks like they are disabled now. So now I can sit on top of them and actually bomb them properly. So here we go again. Like so. And actually looking at it, I did do quite a number on that ship, looking all the way down. Yes, I did. So that's quite surprising for such a quick drive-by, but no, we're just going to go like this. And then we'll just finish them off like so. But anyway, that is pretty much it for the ship and all it has to offer, what it looks like and all of that. It's just a fun little thing to play around with if you do want to have a bombing ship, which doesn't use custom missiles. So the link to the description below to download and play around yourself, I highly recommend you do, as well as links to Skybox I'm currently using. I'll be back with another video somewhere soon. Bye bye.